London-based artist Mary Wells' recent paper mosaic series, Coast to Coast, has been an ongoing project that has culminated in the solo exhibition Mary Wells Paper Mosaic at La Macina di San Cresci. Over the duration of her residency that coincides with this exhibition, Mary has been contributing to this series to complete the entire set. Much in the same way, Japanese ukiyo-e landscape prints were presented in sets as travel logs, Mary's work, when viewed together, engages in a dialogue of personal journey and lived experience. So Mary, can you tell us about what the exhibition is?
I can. All of my artwork contains aspects of journey, memory, and landscape, and this one is no exception. This is a documentation of an 18-day walk, that was the most difficult walk I ever had in my life, across England from Robin Hood's Bay on the Irish Sea, from St. Bees Head on the Irish Sea to Robin Hood's Bay on the North Sea. We took 18 days to complete this journey. After we left England, we stopped off in Amsterdam, and there I found a set of woodblock cut prints, postcard prints by Hiroshige, who had documented his 55-day journey from Tokyo to Kyoto. That set of cards gave me the inspiration to document my most recent journey in a series of Japanese resonating prints. It's a different technique than I've used up to now, where I have incorporated painted backgrounds on a larger scale and used the mosaic work as embellishments.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I was going to say exactly. You've created your own unique collage technique where you've adapted like a variation of the Roman mosaic method, and in comparison to your previous body of work, which is a lot more compact with thousands of tiny individual pieces, these recent works still share that same process, but there's more of a variation in the different sizes of paper that you've used, and they have a more painterly effect. Can you talk a bit about how this shift occurred and how this correlates with the aesthetic style you wanted to achieve?
I've always used two separate kinds of paper in my mosaic work. Some of the work is painted acrylic papers using my own colors, and some is printed papers, like recycled from calendars. I prefer working with my own colors, and one of the decisions I made for this project was to use the pigments used by the Japanese printmakers so that the colors would also resonate with Japanese print and tie them more closely to the Japanese printmakers.
Well, yeah, Japanism, or rather the influence of Japanese art and aesthetics on Western culture, has long had a history of influence on painters such as Monet, Whistler, Van Gogh, and this is very much present in this series that you've done, even in particular the way that they're displayed with the mounts. Can you talk a bit about this and how this conceived amalgamation kind of came together?
Well, once I had started making things that look somewhat like Japanese prints, framing became an issue. They are framed as scrolls. They are lightweight and they are flexible, so you can roll them up or unroll them. I didn't think I had the ability to do that because my work has got too many bits and pieces to roll carefully. So I just come up with the idea of framing them in the style of Japanese prints, although they are more substantial than that. And I feel like the framing really has lent another whole dimension to this body of work.
Definitely. And also the idea of time and cataloging events is a concept that you've explored across your work and in this particular one. And so I'm interested what triggered that particular investigational avenue.
Lost.
That is okay.
Which avenue?
About
Sorry.
time and cataloguing events.
Oh, time and cataloging events. Well, I don't keep a regular written journal or diary. I have done in the past, and often, until recent years, have always kept a travel journal. But I've given up the written journal, and so now the artwork becomes my personal day-by-day diary. So when I have made a picture that is showing rain on a British field with a telephone booth, I am remembering walking through that rainstorm and passing that telephone booth and hoping the inn would be just ahead. Or if I see the picture of Tom and Barbara walking down a very steep hillside, I instantly go back to that place and also to the incline that followed it very quickly.
Perfect. I can definitely see that in this exhibition. It's very beautiful.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you have to edit.
That's okay.
Thank you. Those are good questions.
Good job.
Thank you. You did a good job.